Cordyceps, otherwise known as cordyceps, Himalayan Viagra, passion fungus, erotic elixir. Is this really the shroom for the bedroom? Let's take a look at some rats. So some scientists in China found some rats that weren't quite as horny as your average rat, mainly because they were diabetic. So they dosed them with some of these cordyceps or mushrooms or erotic elixir, and this led to an increase in intromission frequency, a decrease in mount latency, and a decrease in intromission latency. In other words, these rats turned into horny little bastards and started having sex with any and everything they could. So what does this mean for humans? So the ancient Chinese have already been using cordyceps for centuries, mainly to increase sexual activity and overall energy. So as the story goes, the people of Tibet witnessed a bunch of grazing yaks eating these mushrooms, and then they'd get a big surge of energy and they'd erupt into crazy, spontaneous, barbaric, disgusting orgies. Obviously it wasn't that crazy, but they did get a big increase in sexual activity and they got a lot more energy. So this is where the name Himalayan Viagra came from. The people of Tibet then started using them themselves. And of course they noticed the exact same increases in libido and energy. And then about 1,000 years later, the emperor of the Ming dynasty found out about these mushrooms and started using it as medicine. And ever since that day, basically all of the Eastern cultures have been using these mushrooms to increase their energy, endurance, and libido. So how exactly do cordyceps increase your sexual proclivities? To be completely honest, I've read probably like 10 studies on cordyceps, and I've done a bunch of research, and I still don't even really understand the microbiology part of how it works. So if you want that info, then go read the studies yourselves, or there's probably some doctor or something that'll give you a way better explanation on the cordyceps. But basically, it increases your libido by increasing the levels of testosterone, increasing the number of sperm, and acts as an adenosine analog, which I don't even really know what that is. So it increases testosterone primarily because of cordycepin, which is the active ingredient inside of cordyceps. And it's also been shown to increase the number and quality of sperm. So in the study that I was looking at, treatment of cordyceps significantly increased the number of sperm as well as the sperm motility in diabetic rats. I don't even know what motility means, but it did increase it. Cordycepin is also an analog to adenosine, which allows it to influence ATP production, which leads to an increase in cellular energy, which of course positively increases sexual endurance. Overall, there's still a ton of research that needs to be done on cordyceps, but it looks to me as if most of the studies find that there really is biological processes of cordycepin, which is the main active ingredient, leading to increase in libido. I just don't really understand all the molecular biology enough to really know. But at the end of the day, it's been used for thousands of years as a sexual enhancer with amazing reviews. And if you ask anyone in modern times who takes it, they definitely will tell you that it makes them more horny. So if you want to get it on more, then you and your partner should start taking cordyceps. I've been taking cordyceps for I think like 3 or 4 months now, and who knows how much of it is placebo or whatever, but it definitely seems to me like I've been a lot more horny and I get a lot more energy overall. So definitely try cordyceps, and yeah.